We're just gonna finish this. I mean, we already started it, and I hate to leave a job half done. And I mean, we learned now that Emma is from the future, and now we're going into an episode called Time Bastard, so I can see how it might be connected. Episode 2, Part 2. Oh boy. Time Bastard. Sounds like a movie from like the 90s.
Time Bastard.
Title drop already.
Someplace else to be. Maybe some other time. Maybe somewhere far from me. I know it's you I'm thinking of. Only one bastard. Got no time for love. You run around with no regret or ounce of shame.
It's a beautiful song so far. Very curious about who this Time Bastard is.
You run around. You think you'll fix it all the same.
Beautiful visuals as well. The gold. Oh yeah, before it was like white, like black and white, mostly white, and now it's like gold. I wonder what that means.
You're a masterful criminal, but the bastard has time to fall. Keep running away, keep running away, you bastard, you bastard, keep running. Time bastard, keep running away.
So I'm guessing the whole theme of this one is running away. Oh, this is one of your favorite Nightmare Time songs. It's a good one, yeah. So, a character who runs away. Interesting. Okay. Whew. Sorry. Okay. Golden gears seems to be the whole style, and also the people who dance. Run away, you keep running away, you bastard, you bastard. All right, let's meet this person. Ted. That's not what I expected, but
Everyone agrees. It was a lovely service. Now, the reception buzzes with the newlyweds' family.
we're we're at the wedding. All right, interesting.
Loved ones, and that one gross guy from Paul's work. Paul and Emma had expressly not sent this man an invitation. They assumed some sense of shame would keep him away. After all, who would have the balls to show up to a wedding completely uninvited? Ted Spankowski.
Ted is a Spankowski. Oh my god. How does a father this skeevy make a son who's so much better than him?
That's who. He never misses a wedding. Weddings are romantic. The perfect place to get some action.
Oh my
He
gosh.
spots a promising mark and puts on that old Spankowski charm.
Damn, girl. You're looking real sexy in that getup. Weddings, huh? Nothing makes me hornier. How about the two of us sneak off and find someplace private where we can perform our own marriage of sorts?
He came in. He went in really, really like. Wow. Okay.
Your ring. My finger. Huh? What do you say?
She stares back at him.
Are you seriously trying to pick me up at my own wedding?
Emma.
You're such a fucking creep.
What? Oh, I'm a fucking creep? I'm a fucking creep for
Yeah.
thinking that the bride looks beautiful? You know what, Emma? You don't have to be so nasty, alright? You could have just said, no thank you, Ted, and I would have been fine.
He takes his business elsewhere.
My goodness,
Only
Ted.
here-
No, thank you, Ted.
What? Come on, Charlotte!
My husband's right over there, Ted. And why do you want to try on my wedding ring anyway?
Ugh, my debonair lines are just wasted on you, aren't they?
She didn't even get it. My goodness.
But that's only strike two. He's not out yet. He sleazes his way over to...
Sylvia! From the top floor!
We already know Sylvia's opinion on Ted.
You can get on top of me whenever you want. You know what I mean, cowgirl? Ow.
Ugh, if my man saw you talking to me like that, he'd kick your head.
He would. He would kick your head.
We got a problem here, Spankowski?
Bill Woodward appears and puts his
But let's be real. Bill wouldn't actually kick his head.
arm around top floor Sylvia. She swoons.
Oh, Billy.
How the hell did this happen?
Having struck out, Ted pouts
Out.
in the corner with another sad, pathetic bachelor.
Sucks, Ted. But also, kind of deserved it. But also, we saw one timeline where you were good. You died, but you were good. As the ape man.
I can't believe it. Everyone is getting laid tonight, but me. This wedding is bullshit.
You're telling me, brother.
Professor Higgins takes a sip from his beer.
You know what you should do if you're lonely? Get a robot. An Alexa, maybe. Siri will talk to you all night.
At the sound of her name,
Okay.
Siri chimes in.
I'm sorry. What was that?
Not now, Siri. You little vixen. Later, my dear. Later.
Yeah, but
Professor. I see why he's so lonely. He's such a strange guy.
you can't have sex with a robot, dude.
That's where you're dead wrong, bucko. With a little imagination and some elbow grease, you can have sex with anything. Doesn't even have to be elbow grease. Any do. Life, runs away, my friend.
Okay. My goodness.
I don't get it, Hitch.
Do.
I used to
do,
love
do,
going
do.
to weddings. Bunch of horny, jealous bridesmaids looking for
do.
love and settling for a sloppy sad bang in a cheap hotel room. It was a magical thing.
For you, maybe. Not for everyone else.
Maybe when you were younger, but that well has run dry, my friend. Everyone's coupled up. And where does that leave men like us?
True. There can't be any bridesmaid who are envious if they're all married.
On the sidelines, but with nothing but our regrets.
Also, I see how they became friends, you know? And one timeline that leads them to trying to trick a person into marrying Gronk. Whatever, it's a whole thing. let's move on.
Memories of the good old days.
The good old days.
In that beat-up old house on the edge of college campus.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember college. Things were different back then.
The professor's mind is fully dedicated to working boys. Oh, working boys.
I was different. Not the tornado of sexual charisma I am now. I was even in love.
Ted,
Love.
you were a good person at one point?
With a real woman. I mean, that's how I viewed her. As a person. Not just a collection of curves and crevices.
Damn. What happened?
Jenny. My Jenny. The best friend I ever had.
Oh.
But I was a wimp. Never even told her how I felt.
Damn.
I remember the night I lost her for good.
That's why you always gotta shoot your shot, guys. Like, always gotta shoot your shot.
October 17th, 2004.
Wow, this really affected him. Remember the date.
I was in my apartment, trying to build up the nerve to make a move. You know, with a little liquid courage, right? Guess I had one too many and passed out.
Oh.
Alone. I got a letter the next day. It was from Jenny. Turns out she was in love with me too.
Oh. What
Said
happened?
she couldn't see me anymore. It was too painful. Some guy was bolder than me. Asked her to move with him to Clivesdale. So
Clivesdale!
never saw her again.
Dang, Clivesdale. I hate Clivesdale now. I agree. F Clivesdale, man.
I lost the love of my life to some pushy asshole. So I became that pushy asshole. And I never looked back.
Until now. Wow, we were synced there.
You can't change the past. Something like that happened to me once. Me. Chad.
And
I
Chad.
don't give a fuck.
Aw, come on.
Way to the front of the line at the open bar. He yells to the guys
He was fine sharing his story. He's like, I don't want your story, though. I don't care. It's fine.
serving drinks.
Hey, pal, give me a vodka.
Bartender pours him a glass. Ted glares.
The bottle, buddy.
He grabs the whole bottle of
Oof.
Smirnoff, then finds a nice empty table to wallow in self-pity. Ted polishes off his fourth drink.
Poor Ted.
Look at everyone.
I'm now sad that Ted ended up the way he has.
Having so much fun. Such a fun time.
Over the sound system, the DJ announces,
All right, everyone. We'd like to invite the newlyweds to the dance floor for their first dance as husband and wife. Yeah.
Yay, Eva,
While
Paul.
Ted pours himself
Emma,
another
Paul.
drink.
My goodness.
Has anybody seen the groom?
Guests look all around.
Oh.
No one can seem to find where the happy husband has run off to. Then Ted spots Paul a few tables over.
Hey, Paul.
Rather than heading for the dance floor, Paul rushes to Ted.
There you are. What are you doing here?
He grabs Ted by the arm, pulls him out of his seat, and starts dragging him toward the cheering crowd.
What's happening?
I don't want to watch you dance.
Come on, Ted. She's waiting for you.
They push their way through the throngs. Then, rather than stepping out himself, Paul pushes Ted onto the dance floor. Ted is baffled. Then, when the bride turns toward him, he freezes. Ted Spankowski stares into the eyes of the woman he lost 15 years ago.
Wait, Jenny, isn't she also the one from, No, that's it was a different character. Sorry, never mind. So he's already done time travel, I guess, to get this to happen, huh?
Jenny?
She stands there in her wedding dress, blushing.
Hey, Teddy. Wow. Here we are.
Huh?
Ted stares in disbelief, trying to piece together what on earth is happening. He looks around, bewildered. As he does, he picks up on tiny inconsistencies. Had the balloons always been that color? Hadn't Paul been wearing a tuxedo? Then he notices the banner hanging on the back wall. The one that once read, "Congratulations, Paul and Emma." His eyes nearly pop out of his skull. It now reads, "Congratulations, Ted and Jenny."
What happened here? It's kind of interesting. I mean, it makes sense because I'm guessing more in the future from this moment is when he gets time travel somehow. And he went back and like changed his past already, and how, but also things have changed around him, but himself, everything has stayed the same. Interesting.
The bride steps toward Ted and takes his hand.
Got a reaction
just
request?
Remember the lessons. One goes here, and you lead.
A soft, soulful song, a love song, begins, and the two sway back and forth.
Jenny, am I dreaming? Are you real?
Pet, you didn't have one of my cousin's edibles, did you? We're gonna take those together.
I mean, that's reasonable. Watch Olive Enters Wow Factor. I'm probably gonna watch that tomorrow. Ravi and Sarana, a strong duo. Thank you for joining the stream, by the way. Because this stream has been going on for a while.
For the first time in a long time, Ted feels tears stream down his cheeks.
Jenny, it's our wedding. I can't believe it. You're so beautiful. I love you so much.
He clings to her desperately. He feels her weight in his arms, feels her breath on his neck. This is no dream. Jenny is there with him. He stops dancing. He just stands there.
I'm so happy for him, but also, what's gonna happen after this?
Okay, Teddy. I'll leave.
Soon, the song ends and the crowd goes wild.
Woo!
Their family and friends envelop the happy couple. Mr. Davidson slaps Ted on the back.
Congratulations, Ted.
Mr.
Paul
Davison.
gives a big thumbs up.
You're the man, Ted.
Later, Ted sits in the place of honor with his bride, finishing off a piece of wedding cake.
He must be at least a little confused about why all this. Well, I mean, obviously he was confused, but now that he's had some time, he's like, how is any of this happening?
He's in utter bliss.
Teddy, tonight has been everything I always dreamed.
From under the table, Jenny takes out a present, wrapped in glittering yellow paper. She hands
The
it to
gold.
Ted.
Here,
What's this?
a little something for you.
Ted tears through the paper to reveal an ornate golden cube. It has bizarre patterns crisscrossed
Okay.
in its six sides.
Is this related to the well, we saw a lot of gold at the beginning, and also the golden cube in the intro for this episode. Well, in the intro song.
What is it? A box?
The bastard's box.
Huh?
Ted looks up. Jenny is gone. So are all the wedding guests.
Uh-oh.
The hall is silent. Rotten food sits on abandoned plates.
They mention it in Nerdy Prudes Must Die. Wait, they mention what specifically? I'm sorry.
The fresh roses in the centerpieces have all turned black.
What, the toy box? I'll have every Spankowski in my collection. Oh no.
Standing on the dance floor is a solitary figure. It wears a baggy, furry bodysuit. It's yellow and matted, dirty, stinking. Worst of all is its head. A motionless, demented goat mask. It has glassy, evil eyes.
Ew,
a slack
okay.
jaw with big, crooked teeth. And
Oh my goodness, that actually drove me. You just shocked me. Does this mean that Ted is not going to survive this? He's like, a Spankowski. I'm going to have every single one in my collection. Oh my god.
a flopping, wet tongue. Ted
Ew.
nearly falls from his seat in terror.
What?
The thing points to the box in Ted's hand.
That's where I keep all my little toys, Teddy Bear. Toys like you.
Okay.
Where's Jenny?
Talk, teddy bear. Take fucking time.
In an instant, this creature disappears from the dance floor and slams onto the table, inches from Ted's face.
It teleported.
Dinnerware shatters beneath its hooves. The nightmare goat grabs the front of Ted's jacket and lifts him into the air. Ted stares into its dead eyes.
I gotta say, they're both such good actors, and together, you can really feel that they're like interacting, even though they're across different screens.
Coming for your ass, teddy bear.
Ted screams and screams until Paul puts a hand on his shoulder.
Hey, Ted.
Christ. Oh.
Ted
Whoa.
whirls in his seat, spilling the cup of vodka he's holding.
Oh my
Soaks
goodness.
the front of his shirt.
Would you lay off the booze, buddy?
Paul?
Ted looks around. The reception hall is full once more.
Okay.
The banner on the wall again reads, "Congratulations, Paul and Emma."
Okay, so back to Paul and Emma's winning. All right, interesting.
What happened to Jenny, Paul?
Hey, I got a favor to ask. I forgot to hand in my weekly reports on Friday. Do you think you could run back to the office and slide them under Mr. Davidson's door? I do it myself, but it's my wedding night.
Yeah.
I know you're not here with anybody. And you're making some people uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Including Emma. So,
True.
could you be a pal?
Ted blinks up at Paul, then looks at the bottle of Smirnoff. It's nearly empty. Was it all a dream?
Aw.
Hallucination? Ted lurches to his feet.
It was too real to be a dream, wasn't it?
Sad.
Fine. I know when I'm not wanted.
Really? That's news to me.
You sound so much like his son. Peter. There we go. Peter Spankowski.
Paul takes the bottle.
Well, is he his son? How are they related? I don't
Ted
know.
and pats him on the shoulder.
I called you a car.
Here's what I think is going to happen. Jenny and them are going to somehow get married through time travel shenanigans. But Ted is going to get taken into the box. They're brothers? Huh? I'll find it out in the future episode. All right.
Thanks for coming, Ted.
Later, at the deserted CCRP building, Ted rummages through Paul's workstation, trying to find his weekly reports.
Where are they? God, Paul, you're fucking useless. Gotta print them all out all over again.
He stumbles into his office and pulls out the documents on his computer. He clicks print and leans back in his chair.
Come on, stupid printer. It's just black text.
Printers always cause problems, especially when you don't want them to. I work not in an office, but it's kind of an office setting. So man, it sucks.
It takes so damn long. I'm gonna be here for 85 years.
Are you?
5 years.
In a drunken stupor and an incredibly comfy chair, Ted can't seem to keep his eyes open. He drifts off into a deep, dreamless sleep.
I've been like that before.
Time passes, and the world moves on as Ted Spankowski lays in his office snoring. He's ripped back to waking life by his phone's blaring alarm.
No.
He blinks, completely disoriented by his surroundings. It's his office, but in his current state, he fails to notice the hanging cobwebs or the thick layers of dust. The previous night returns to him,
Has he actually been here for 85 years?
piece by piece.
Right. I fell asleep. Shit. Whoa, it is Monday. Stupid Monday meetings, right?
He lumbers to the door, turns the latch, but finds it won't open.
Uh-oh.
What the hell? Come on.
He just
Right. Sylvia in the previous one said, as soon as I get fired, I'm going to try to convince them to seal the door.
pulls the knob to no avail. The thing's jammed.
Damn door!
He kicks it, then backs up and slams into it with his shoulder. Once, twice, and crack, it flies open. Outside his office, dozens of CCRP employees look up from their holopads.
The foreshadowing's insane.
Faces full of puzzlement. He shrugs.
Sorry. It sticks all the time.
All at once, the employees turn back to their work. Ted closes the door.
Fair enough.
As he does, he notices the jagged nails jutting from its side. That's why it wouldn't open. Some practical joker nailed his door shut.
How rude.
Bill, he figures. Ted shambles down the hall, rubbing his temples.
Actually, no, I guess Bill would be the one to probably do it.
Jesus, my head. Oh.
He makes a quick pit stop by the break room to chug a bucket of water and say hi to his buddy Paul.
85 years and you still get a hangover? That's just not fair.
But the break room looks different. The walls are made of frosted glass, covered with digital displays.
Whoa.
And just Ted's luck, someone has removed the water cooler. Most
Bro,
of all,
that's unfair.
There's no sign of his best friend Paul.
Huh. Where the hell is Paul? Oh, yeah. Honeymooners. How cute. One of these days, Paul, bang, zoom, right to the moon.
Per usual, Ted creeps into the Monday morning meeting about 20 minutes late. He
All
falls
right.
into a free seat in the back and tries to look like he gives a shit about whatever CCRP does. A scientist stands at the front of the boardroom, giving a presentation.
We're finally gonna learn what this company that they work for does, because that'd be great.
Behind her is a huge holographic display.
Also, Ted, come on, you gotta pick up something is wrong. I don't think your workplace was this holographic before. It almost certainly wasn't.
Showing a metallic humanoid skeleton.
This synthetic life form will completely eliminate the need for a human workforce. It will be compliant, efficient, and, given our database's genetic material to choose from, aesthetically pleasing as well.
I mean, they did choose Emma, so fair enough. Also, that's how... Alright, okay, cool.
The scientist waves her hand. On the holographic display, skin wraps around the robotic frame. It now is an exact double of Emma Perkins.
Oh my god! You guys are making a robot that looks like Paul's wife? Oh, you guys are sick. I like it. I guess there is a robot you can bone.
Everyone in the room stares blankly at Ted. The scientist clears her throat, unamused.
Well, it's an android, and that's not its purpose.
That's not its purpose, but that's what it's gonna be used for a lot.
Do you hear that, everyone? Look, no employee of CCRP will be boning the synthetic life form, okay?
Really? Really? I guarantee that that will be the first thing you guys want to do. Try to fight it all you want, but it's human nature. Build it, and they will come, right?
Okay.
Fair enough.
Who even are you? What department are you from?
Tech support.
One of the other employees stands.
Yeah.
No, I run the technical department, and I've never seen this guy before in my life.
How did you get into the building? Scan his implant.
Two workers grab Ted and slam him against the conference table.
Oh gosh.
Hey, careful, dupes! I'm hungover as hell. You're gonna make me Ralph.
They take out a small device and touch it.
He doesn't have an implant.
It makes a long beep, and they stare at the readout, confused.
Huh.
What is it?
Must be a malfunction. It's saying this man has, no implant.
It's impossible.
Oh, in the future, we all get implants.
Call security.
Hey, don't roughhouse me, alright? I'm serious about Ralphing.
The scientist takes out another machine, jabs it into Ted's back, and zap! A surge of electricity knocks him unconscious.
Dang.
Sometime later, Miles...
When is it? So, he's just getting sent to the future? I thought there would be more time travel by this point, to be honest with you.
Beneath the Earth's surface, Deep in the bowels of CCRP's Sector 19
Then again, I guess we've already had the past being changed and then getting sent to the future. So that's a decent amount of time travel in one thing so far.
headquarters, an urgent code black data transmission slides across a hollow screen. Something like surprise glints in the robotic eye of an enormous cyborg. Not surprise exactly. After all, he knew this day would come. Question was always, when? The man-machine looks down to his steel hand. A compartment in its palm opens to reveal the locket. For the first time in years, his reconstructed heart stirs with human emotion. The long wait is finally over.
The long wait. My goodness, there's so much happening. I'm like, what's going on?
Back in the tech department, Ted sits in a sterile white holding room. Behind a two-way mirror, CCRP scientists scurry about, studying readouts and poring over reams of genetic data. The doors behind them slide open, and the room goes silent. Clank, clank, clank.
Oh.
Metal footsteps echo.
Robot
Steel
security.
hand clenches into a fist. A robotic eye glows red. The head scientist gulps and looks up at...
Executive Kilgore.
Kilgore.
The chrome-plated giant stomps
Kilgore. My goodness. I get the feeling he's not a good guy, huh?
toward the two-way mirror. The scientist follows, explaining...
We performed a complete genetic analysis, cross-referenced it with the company database. This is going to sound unbelievable, but this man is Theodore Spankowski, an employee that vanished without a trace 85 years ago. Now, here's where it gets very interesting.
Okay.
In 2019, this man's office was located directly above Laboratory C8, where CCRP scientists were conducting an experiment in time manipulation.
Okay, so now we know how he got sent to the future. Interesting.
A successful experiment, it would seem.
We're still performing some tests. Right now, it's safest to keep this man in isolation. For all we know, sir, he could completely be radioactive.
Again, another thing that they mentioned before about his office being radioactive. Probably is, yeah.
Start over, Doctor. I've waited long enough. It's time I had a word with Mr. Spankowski.
Alright,
In his
Spankowski.
containment chamber, Ted reaches for a pitcher of brown liquid on the table and pours himself a cup. He takes a sip, then spits it out.
Ew.
Hey, this coffee tastes like shit.
A nearby guard looks at him, confused.
What's coffee?
The door
A future without coffee? It's the same for me. I don't drink coffee.
opens, and Executive Kilgore stomps inside.
Hello, Executive
Guard
Kilgore.
bows nervously and hurries from the room.
Are the accommodations to your liking, Mr. Spankowski?
Ted stares at the mechanical monstrosity.
What are you supposed to be?
I am Executive Andrew Kilgore, Manager-in-Chief of Sector 19. I oversee the operations of all CCRP facilities in the Western Hemisphere. I
Section 19, Western F. Okay.
ensure production remains on schedule and enforce disciplinary measures.
Man, their company, of course their company is the one who takes over the world. And what a dystopia. It's so... We're already living one, though, so that's whatever.
Here I am judge, jury, and at times, to my great satisfaction, executioner.
Okay, pal. It's
Oh.
not illegal
Okay.
to be hungover at work, okay? And I haven't read the Constitution in a while, but I'm pretty sure it's the right of every American citizen to whack off in their office whenever their door is closed, all right?
Sylvie was right. He does.
Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
Liberty, yes! I haven't heard that word since the Great Crash and the subsequent buyout. You don't understand, Mr. Spankowski.
The buyout.
There are no nations any longer, only corporations. Are you aware what year it is, Mr.
Ah, so they just went full cyberpunk. There is no country. There are only money.
Spankovsky?
2018? No, 19.
You're mistaken, I'm afraid. The year is 2104. 85 years from the time you call home. You are a homeless man, Mr. Spankovsky. You are the property of Coven Communications Research and Power. That means you belong to me.
So they just own you now, I guess.
With a roar of gyros, Executive Kilgore reaches across the table, clamps his metal hand around his throat, and lifts him into the air.
100 years is a long time to wait for you, bastard.
That's fine.
Why?
Finally starting to get the feeling that maybe he might be in trouble.
Please, don't hurt me. You don't remember me, do you, bastard?
What has Ted done across time? My goodness.
Perhaps that means it hasn't happened yet. For you. Perhaps there's still time to prevent it. I don't know what you're talking about, man. You know what you are, bastard. You are the key.
Kilgore drops Ted, and the cyborg stalks around.
Okay, so we're getting our future events now. Is kind of where everything's coming from.
Clank, clank.
85 years ago, CCRP sought to unlock the power of Tanoi Coraxes, the bastard of time and space.
Tanoi Coraxes. Okay,
The weaver of impossibility.
the bastard of time and space, the weaver of impossibility. Okay.
A lord in black. To control the power of Tinky is to control time and space itself.
Right.
Not the experiment of failure, but somehow you have been touched by Tinky. Perhaps the temporal rift opened in your office.
They all have such cutesy names. Wiggly, Blinky, Tinky. But they're all horrific beings.
You have been aborted from the flow of time. You have become a time bastard.
Whoa.
And somewhere in your genetic code is the secret to your power.
Kilgore holds up his robotic hand. Its finger splits apart to reveal a hellish assortment of surgical scalpels, razor-sharp blades, and whirling drills.
Ted, right now is probably the good time for you to figure out how to use your powers.
I will unravel that secret as I dismantle your DNA, strand by strand. You will suffer as I have suffered. Now, you shall remember me, bastard. No!
Ted grabs a chair and hurls it at Executive Kilgore. The chair's leg knocks loose a tube from Kilgore's rebreather. Oxygen spews from the wriggling.
That's lucky.
As the
That's
cyborg
really
falls
lucky.
To his knees, gasping. From the door, 3 guards rush inside. Ted grabs the container of brown liquid. He splashes the first guard in the face with it, smashes the pitcher over another's head, and kicks the last one in the balls. He bolts out the door. A guard
He's doing really well so far.
passes to Kilgore and reconnects the loose tube.
You could have done that, man. Come on.
Wily one. Sound the alarm. Stop that bastard!
Intruder alert! Intruder alert!
The alarm blares.
Get going.
Ted races through the halls of CCRP, running for his
He's
life.
doing really well at getting the running.
Shit.
At every workstation, the CCRP employees open their desks and reach for their laser pistols, plasma rifles, and disintegrators.
They all just every desk has a disintegrator. You just pull it out and be like,
Ted reaches the end of the hall, rounds a corner, and comes face to face with 50 CCRP employees. armed to the teeth.
Oh god. There he is.
They open fire. Ted dives behind the nearest cubicle and rolls under a desk. All around, laser blasts
The cubicle would not protect you at all.
fly through
I guess besides being that they can't see you.
the air. Ted stays low, crawling from one desk to the next. During the shootout, the horde of murderous workers lose track of Ted. They scatter in every direction. Ted
Which I guess
leaps
is what it
from
was
his
used for.
hiding spot and slams directly into the guard he kicked in the balls. The guard grins and removes a device from his pocket. It's a flat rectangle with a big red button on top. He points it at Ted.
Prepare to be disintegrated, asshole.
But before he can press the
Ruh-roh.
button, a metal hand grabs him by the back of the neck and hurls him across the room.
Oh yeah, that's the you need him not alive, but you need his body mostly intact.
No, you fool. His genes must remain intact.
The device goes flying from the guard's hand. Kilgore rounds on Ted. He stomps toward him. As he does, his robotic arm transforms into a mass of spinning blades.
Oh,
Ted
God.
falls backwards, screaming in terror. Kilgore is 10 feet away and closing, blade arm extended, ready to rip Ted to shreds. There's no hope, unless Ted's fingertips brush against the device the guard throws. He points it at Kilgore and slams the big red button. A glowing dot appears on Kilgore's chest. It looks like a cigarette burn.
Uh-oh.
It smokes slightly. That's all? Just when Ted is thinking he picked the shittiest weapon ever invented, Kilgore stops dead in his tracks and howls in pain. The cyborg convulses uncontrollably.
Ouch.
Ted watches his metal feet turn to ash. The disintegration is not instantaneous, but
Ooh.
once it's started, it cannot be stopped.
That's horrible. I would want at least a fast disintegration if I'm gonna be obliterated, but it's slowly? Oh.
Process begins at the bottom and works its way up the body. Kilgore can only watch, screaming as his legs crumble apart, then his stomach, then his chest. The last thing he sees before his head collapses in on itself is the face of that bastard. All that's left of Kilgore is a foot-high pile of dust. Ted wipes sweat from his brow. He laughs, kisses the disintegrator and shoves it into his shirt pocket.
Yeah, keep that. And
Then the elevator
don't trigger it by accident.
Before it can open, Ted races to his office, slamming the door behind him.
Okay.
From inside, he hears two employees step off the elevator.
Hey, where'd he go?
Ted listens in terror as their footsteps get closer and closer. The two employees are right outside his office.
Let's check in here.
The door latch starts to turn until... No way! I'm not going in there. That place stinks like 80-year-old jism. Let's check the break room.
Ooh,
Ted hears the two
that was so
walk
lucky.
then lets out a huge sigh of relief. But he's not out of the woods yet. He paces his office frantically, trying
Yeah,
to
like now he needs to get out of the future where everything sucks.
piece it all together.
Okay, there's a temporal rift in my office. So, my office is a time machine.
Right.
Okay.
Makes sense.
Think, what did I do last time? I was sitting in this chair. I was printing. It took forever. 85 years. Huh. Is that it?
I mean, maybe that was it. I'm surprised he remembered that, considering how drunk he was.
Is that all I have to do? Focus on a time? No, go there?
Ted jumps into his chair and closes his eyes.
I mean, if that works, then that's really useful.
2019. 2019. Back to my life. Back to my wonderful, lonely, miserable life. Wait.
Or do you have to go to 2019?
Aborted from the flow of time.
It all clicks into place. If Ted is dealing with some tricky-dicky time travel stuff, then he's also looking at the possibility of different timelines. And that
Okay.
means his vision at the wedding wasn't a dream.
I was with Jenny last night. Only in a timeline where I didn't screw everything up. A timeline where we got married. Oh my
A timeline you can make.
God! I can go back to 2004. I can fix it. I can fix things with Jenny, and then it'll be my wedding.
Ted leans back in his chair and closes his eyes.
Okay, gotta get this right. October 17th, 2004.
Oh,
October 17th,
and he remembers the date.
2004. October 17th, 2004.
Ted lets his exhaustion wash over him, and in no time at all, he's fast asleep.
I'm guessing he has to sleep to time travel. One thinking of a time.
Excuse me.
At the sound of a voice, Ted's eyes flutter open.
Huh?
A mild-mannered man in a dress shirt and a tie stands at the door.
What are you doing in my office?
What day is it?
Oh.
October 17th.
What year?
2004.
Ted
Nice.
looks around his office, only it's not his office anymore. Framed newspaper
Nice.
clippings hang on the wall. Ted pushes past the man. The building
Oh.
is bustling with people
Now he's gonna have to get back in there to actually time travel, by the way.
frantically typing, yelling back and forth about getting the scoop. Ted turns to see huge letters hanging on the back wall. The Hatchetfield Gazette. He remembers now. CCRP wasn't even here in 2004.
Oh.
The building was home to the old newspaper, which means he's done it.
It worked.
Lore. Extra lore.
I am the time bastard.
Elsewhere, in a tiny studio apartment, a shy, sensitive college boy named Teddy pours himself another drink. He looks in the mirror, trying to build up the nerve to finally do it.
Huh. Man, I should go over there. I should tell her everything. Yeah. Don't be a baby, Spankovsky. You're not a teddy bear. You're a lion. Okay.
Gosh, Spankovskys are all nerds, man.
Teddy looks at the drink in his hand. Then he asks his reflection.
Am I too drunk? Or not drunk enough? What do you think, pal?
Teddy watches as another image of himself steps into view. This mustached Ted answers,
I think I'm not gonna let you fuck this up.
Oh.
He blinks at his double stupidly.
Whoa, I am way too drunk.
The older Ted grabs his
Oh, man. You probably could have came a little earlier so that, you know, you wouldn't be plastered, but whatever.
himself and holds an ether-soaked cloth to his mouth. The college boy's eyes go wide, then roll back.
That's how you're going to be doing things? Oh, my goodness. You could have just... Could have given some advice. Be like, hey, listen, she likes you. Go in there. Be confident. And just commit. But I guess you can do it yourself. But that wouldn't really work because you just wouldn't look like yourself, you know?
Aside, little boy. Let the Casanova of Coven Communications Research and Power take it from here.
With the young Teddy out cold,
We know that's not going to work because you don't act the way that
Ted
he
has
likes.
plenty of time to set things
Like himself.
right.
You don't act like the you that she liked.
He's older, wiser, with years of experience in the art of seduction. Jenny is as good as his. But first, he needs to prepare himself. As he does, he recites the invaluable lessons he's learned.
Oh, boy.
He scrubs in the shower, repeating,
Lesson number 12. Wash the butt and balls.
Once he's toweled off,
Life lessons to live by.
he irons his trousers.
Lesson 46. Dress to touch breasts.
When he's looking
okay.
real sharp in his signature ensemble, he runs a comb through his mustache.
Lesson 95. The most sensual part of a man is the bush brush.
That's a lot of lessons, man.
Oh yeah, just beat the devil out of it.
Beat the devil out of it.
Get ready, Jenny. Daddy's coming.
Later, a few blocks
Okay.
from Jenny's apartment, a young man named Andy strolls down the sidewalk with a spring in his step.
Andy.
He's been seeing Jenny on and off for a while now, but he's ready to take things to the next level. In one hand, he holds a bouquet of roses. In the other is a black box.
Oh, Jenny, Clivesdale is our oyster. Oh boy, oh boy.
I hate Clivesdale. You can tell he's from Clivesdale just by the way he talks.
Boy, oh boy, I am excited.
Then Andy hears a voice from behind him.
Hey, dickhead.
Huh?
Andy turns around just as Ted smacks him across the face.
Oh, gosh.
with a crowbar. Andy falls to the ground, jaw broken, left eye filling with blood.
Oh my God.
Crouches and rips the flowers from his hand.
These flowers for Jenny? How cute.
He tosses the bouquet into the gutter.
You're not taking her to Clivesdale this time, pal. What's this?
He pries the small black box from Andy's grip. He opens it. Inside is a silver locket. Ted laughs maliciously.
A necklace! How pretty!
He tosses the locket. He leans down right over Andy's face.
Oh my gosh.
You stay away from her. Jenny and I are gonna be happy. I know. I've seen it. 'Cause I'm from the future, dude. Look at me. I want you to remember this face.
Oh, right. This is broke his, and in the future he has. This is him. He gave himself he got his part of his face replaced and his jaw replaced. My goodness, he remembers the time bastard. My goodness.
My face. I am the time bastard.
He stands and leaves the boy there, bleeding on the pavement. Andy watches.
That was so cruel, though. Screw Clivesdale and all that, but man, he just brutalized this kid.
Ted go, not knowing his name, but swearing vengeance in his mind and wheezing.
Bastard.
A few streets over, Jenny is penning the hardest letter she'll ever have to write.
Teddy, Andy's asked me to move in with him. I've said yes. Not because I want to go to Clivesdale. Fuck Clivesdale.
Yeah.
It's just seeing you every day, knowing you don't love me back. It's too painful.
Damn. See? Miscommunications is the worst. You just gotta talk to people. If you like someone, just tell them that. It's... The worst thing they can say is, ew, disgusting, I hate you, why would you ever... No, I'm kidding. The worst they can say is no. All that other stuff, if they say that, you dodged a bullet.
I'll probably never see you again, but I want you to know that you were the best friend I ever had. I love you, Teddy. Forever and always.
Oh.
Jenny.
She wipes tears from her eyes and seals the letter. She throws on her coat and walks to the nearest mailbox. She turns the envelope over in her hands. She wishes she didn't need to go. She wishes Teddy were here with her right now. But he's not.
But he could be.
She opens the latch on the mailbox and drops the letter inside. As she does...
Jenny! Jenny!
Teddy?
Ted comes running down the street. When he reaches her, he leans on the mailbox, catching his breath.
Hey, babe.
Oh.
Hey yourself.
Ted, you gotta be, oh gosh. Your vibe is totally rancid. Oh.
Is that a mustache?
It's called a bush brush. It's the most sensual part of a man. You'll find out why.
Huh?
Listen, Teddy, I just sent you a letter, but it's cowardly. Maybe I should just tell you how I feel.
He puts a finger to her lips.
Ted.
You don't have to say anything.
He became... Oh my gosh. He used to be not the worst, and now he is the... This is why he should have sent him his past self. I'm like cringing so hard listening to everything.
With your body.
Ah.
Ted, you're acting different.
You bet your ass. Which?
Bro's got negative Riz right now. I know. I'm actively like, oh gosh.
I love, by the way. I always wanted to say that.
Okay, why are you talking like such a horny bastard?
Because that's what I am. That's what I became. For you. You chose the pushy asshole, so I became the pushy asshole. That's what you want, right?
No.
No.
I don't know what's happening right now, but you're not acting like the guy I'm in love with.
She backs away, a blush forming on her face. She was so rattled, she actually let it slip.
Oh wow.
The L word.
Love.
Sorry. We're both acting weird right now.
Jenny's way too understanding, considering how negative that was. Like, oh my goodness.
I gotta go.
No! I lost you once. I'm never gonna let you go again.
He grabs her wrist.
Please, Ted.
She pulls free and pushes it. Her hand bumps something in his shirt pocket. There's a small click, a flash, and Jenny's eyes go wide. She lets out a small whimper.
No! You obliterated. What the heck?
Ted looks down to see the glowing dot on Jenny's chest. Like a cigarette burn. It's smoking. There's a hole in his shirt.
Is this what happened? Is this why he never saw her again? Because like, oh yeah, we'll never see each other again, and then he never heard of it. It's because she got obliterated.
Pocket from where the beam burned through. He forgot it was there. The disintegrator. Jenny must have hit it, and it hit her.
No, this damn thing!
And there's
the device
nothing.
From his pocket and smashes it on the ground.
There's nothing you can do about it.
Jenny looks at him, terror in her eyes.
Teddy.
The only girl Ted's ever loved falls into his arms as she starts to disintegrate.
Teddy. It hurts.
The process begins at her feet.
It hurts.
They turn to dust. Then her legs and her waist. Tears stream from her eyes.
I forgot he had the thing. I made a note in my head to remember that he had it, and it's, oh my god, that's awful.
I'm scared, Teddy.
Please, no. No, 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 no.
She's now just ahead, staring into his eyes. Her last words.
Teddy.
Then her head crumbles too. And the love of Ted Spankoff.
Oh my god.
Is nothing more than a pile of ash on the pavement.
Jenny.
He really is a time bastard, huh?
Jenny!
Oh my god. He didn't pass out either. You mentioned before, I drank too much and I passed out. That's not what happened. His future self went back and... Oh my god.
Okay. I can fix this. I have a time machine.
Keep going back into the
This
past.
is fine. I meant to do that. I'm the time bastard.
Now.
I can fix anything.
30 minutes later, Ted busts through the back door of the Hatchetfield Gazette building. He rushes up to his office. Well, what one day will be his office. He sits behind the desk and closes his eyes.
Alright.
Okay. Take two. I just gotta go back 4 hours. I'll meet myself here, kick my own ass, and stop myself from fucking it up with Jenny.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, this
Well,
is easy. I'm good at
this isn't gonna work, is it?
4 hours ago. 4 hours ago. 4 hours ago.
Or is it?
Ted forces his heartbeat to slow, and with some effort, he sleeps.
I thought, honestly, somebody was gonna, like, burst in and, like, stop him or something. It's like, get out of here! What are you doing? My office again.
Excuse me? Ted's awoken by a familiar voice.
Huh.
Again, The mild-mannered man stands at the door.
What are you doing in my office? Again?
Wait. Again?
Outside, the morning sun shines over Hatchetfield.
Uh-oh.
On October 18th, 2004. The man turns to his colleague.
Hey, that guy's back in my office. Can we get security up here?
No. No. I did everything right. I sat at the desk. I concentrated on the time. Why didn't it work?
Is it because you can only have one of you at one day, specifically?
It should be 4 hours ago. My office is supposed to be a time machine.
Not yet, teddy bear.
Huh?
The mild-mannered man is gone.
Not yet. Oh, did he go too far in the past?
Goat costume thing. The Lord in Black.
The time rift doesn't exist yet. I had a thought about that. Like, what if you go back too far and the building isn't even there?
Black named Tinky now stands in the doorway.
Not yet? What do you mean, not yet?
Oh, you use that pea-sized brain, Ted. The experiment happens in 2019, Einstein. That's not for another 15 years.
Oh, shit. I went back too far. My office isn't a time machine yet.
So you only got one try, huh?
It's a one-way ticket, you dumb fuck.
Oh my god.
No! I can't be stuck here. In 2004? I hated 2004. Oh god, I can't be stuck here.
You're not stuck here, teddy bear. You're stuck in here.
Huh?
Tinky holds up the yellow cube from before.
Oh.
The one Ted had unwrapped at the wedding. The bastard's box.
What do you mean?
It's Tinky's little toy box. Can't you hear yourself in there? Screaming and screaming and screaming.
Ted can hear himself.
Oh.
Ted can hear the screams of all those who had been born and lived and died, and yet had also never existed at all. The cries of the infinite and the impossible spill forth from the bastard's box.
And the impossible.
As it slowly creaks open. Ted gazes inside, and his mind is shattered.
Oh.
All he can do is scream. No one else at the Hatchetfield Gazette sees Tinky. All they know is that a strange man
Poor Ted.
who broke into the building 2 days in a row started having some kind of a fit. A security guard escorts Ted from the building.
And stay out.
Ted stands outside, shivering.
Wait.
After his peek into the box, his mind will never be the same.
Wait.
He is broken, shattered. He speaks with a thick, awkward voice.
Don't leave me out here. It's cold out here. It's so cold.
He looks to a pile of trash. There's a few pieces of clothing sitting on top.
The homeless man. Oh my god. I started thinking, wait a second. He becomes the homeless man? That's
Pulls on the black beanie.
crazy.
Now I just gotta find a home.
15 years pass.
Oh.
Ted has caught back up to the year 2019. Unfortunately, he never found that home. In fact, the now 50-year-old Ted is simply known around town as the homeless man. He spends his days begging for change on the streets.
What a
Spare change for the homeless?
what a wild twist. I didn't
Spare change for the homeless?
A couple walks by, hand in hand. They avoid eye contact and try to rush past.
Sorry, we don't have anything.
Oh.
Paul?
It is. It's Paul. They were best friends once. And Ted recognizes the woman Paul's with as well.
That's the fucking robot they were gonna make.
Huh?
I gotta warn him. I gotta warn Paul.
And that's why he won. Okay.
Days later, at Paul and the imposter Emma's wedding, homeless Ted bursts through the doors yelling,
Liar!
What?
I said you are a fucking liar! You think I don't know? You think I don't remember? I've seen the plan! You aren't Emma Perkins!
Tom gets up and takes his arm.
That's... You're so right that I had to watch this one right after Forever and Always.
All right, pal, that's
because my gosh.
enough.
Get off me! Where are you taking me? That's not Emma Perkins! That's not Emma! Spare change for the homeless? That's not Emma!
Tom escorts the homeless man out. The younger Ted watches them go.
What a loser.
A quick change. Oh, man.
A week later, the homeless man sits alone in an alley, sipping
Yeah, they're gonna murder him, right?
from a bottle of whiskey.
Yeah. Fuck Paul.
Then, in a flash of yellow light,
Oh?
he's not alone.
Huh? Is he gonna get a good ending? I really hope so, but he might just die right here.
What are you doing here? I told you I don't want to see you anymore.
Tinky stands in the alley staring
It's Tinky. Gosh, these toys are hideous.
down at him.
Tick-tock, teddy bear. Your time's almost up. You'll be in the bastard's box real soon.
Ted covers his eyes with his hands.
No!
Tinky laughs and laughs and laughs. Then, silence. Slowly, Ted removes his hands from his eyes.
Oh my
Tinky
goodness.
is gone. Instead, two figures stand over him.
Huh?
It's Robot Emma and Paul 23,
Ah.
knives in their hands.
You
No.
almost ruined our wedding, bastard.
Stab! 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 Life leaves Ted's body. But don't be too sad. He still lives on, in a way. After his physical death, Ted Spankovsky finds himself trapped in the twisting, impossible maze that is the bastard's box. For him, Nightmare Time has only just begun.
No, my goodness. Oh my, that's awful. Oh, look. Oh. I didn't like that smile they gave us.
He likes to nibble around in your pocket.
That wasn't the writing of the show's. Yeah, it's genius, but oh my god, Ted. Ted was a slightly sleazy guy in the beginning who died and was like, who cares? He died. He's sleazy. And then we get this, where we realize, Ted isn't just a sleazy guy who died in one thing. He's a guy who has suffered and will suffer for 15 years and then eternity. And just no one deserves that. That was horrible. Oh my god. But also, I can't believe he was a homeless guy the whole time. That was crazy. I guess we'll listen to this.
If there's an apocalypse, he'll survive it.
Oh, he's your guy if you ever need one.
He's pocket-sized if you ever see one.
Who?
He's at a meteoric rise. Peanuts the Hatchetfield pocket squirrel.
Peanuts the Hatchetfield. This is wild. Oh my gosh. I'm like reeling from everything. These two parts, Forever and Always and Time Bastard, have completely changed everything I knew about Paul and Emma, Ted. The previous episode changed everything I knew about Bill and Alice. Alice, who also we know got turned into a, like, oh my gosh, got turned in, well, got possessed, got infected. I'm sorry, my goodness. We realized her girlfriend, it was just, it isn't worth it. They sucked, but my goodness, everything is different now.
Peanuts, the Hatchetfield pocket squirrel. He climbs up and then he climbs down.
Wow.
Oh, he's your pal when you go on adventures. He's your food on the ground when you're looking for treasure. Aren't you glad you found Peanuts, the Hatchetfield pocket squirrel?
They just gotta accept anything. That's normal. My goodness. When they said people disappear in Hatchetfield every day, they really, really meant it.
Does he talk?
Does he talk?
Does he talk?
Does he talk? Do you want him to?
I don't know.
Does he talk? Does he talk? Does he talk?
What does he say?
I don't know.
Into a townie's arms. The town was charmed by him. So charming. He grew inside our hearts as he led from limb to limb.
This just in.
Peanuts, the Hatchetfield pocket squirrel, is talking.
He's a sentient being.
What do we do now?
He talk. What? Huh?
Where do we go from here?
What is the next step?
Is there a god? Peanuts, the Hatchetfield pocket squirrel. He likes to make poopsie or shoot.
Literally nothing can be normal in Hatchetfield.
Oh, he's your guy if you ever need one. He's pocket sized if you ever see one. He's at a meteoric way, historic rise. Peanuts, the Hatchetfield pocket squirrel.
One, that was out of nowhere. Two, literally nothing can be normal in Hatchetfield. Oh, jeez, ads. Whatever, it's fine. Don't worry, it'll go away if you just don't look at it. Oh, wait. We're getting sent to the next episode. Let's not do that, actually. Okay, in fact, let's close that. And there we go. This is normal for Hatchetfield. Yeah, that's honestly... Oh, sorry, I meant to go to... Okay. A talking squirrel, yeah, that's whatever. It happens every Monday. Oh my gosh. Everything's different. I'm a changed person, and so is Emma and Paul. They were never the people we knew. And also, so is Ted and the homeless guy, who are now who apparently were the same person the whole time. Wow. And that was 2 episodes. How many episodes are there? You know what? I didn't even check. Whatever. We'll figure it out at some point. Wow. I hope you guys enjoyed that reaction, that really, really long reaction. You can never watch the guy who didn't like the musical the normal way? Absolutely not. Every time, because occasionally I go back to it, and when I do, I'm going to be like, he's a clone. And she's a robot. Why isn't she fighting? Or she might be a robot. No, she definitely is a robot. The point is, wild. But I hope you guys enjoyed. I had a lot of fun, all things considered. Very long stream. I didn't mean it to be this long, but it was fun. And if you liked it, leave a like, comment, subscribe, follow, whether you're on YouTube or Twitch. Do all those kind of things that whatever it helps. And yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll be back tomorrow with a much, much shorter reaction to other fans' user-submitted stuff. Probably not a musical, just things that people have submitted. And with that, bye.